Let's have a look at the market action today. Obviously, markets are under pressure, and that's as a result of perhaps that US dollar strengthening, investors deploying their money back into the US dollar, the safe haven of that, and leaving those risky assets after statements out of ECB Jean-Claude Trichet. What do you make of it, Deryck, in studio?
Well, look, Bronwyn, at the moment we've seen some significant strength in the market, and any weakness that we see at this stage should be welcomed weakness. At the moment, like you mentioned, we are seeing that dollar strength, and look, you're seeing that impact on your commodities, and obviously our all-share index being very resource-driven, our resource stocks are going to take a bit of an impact on that. You did see the platinum price pick up in late trade this afternoon, and obviously platinum stocks also following suit. But yeah, I think it's welcomed weakness, and we've got to see the weakness as a buying opportunity once again.
Hein, the stronger US dollar dictating movements on the general market at the moment. What do you make of the dollar? Is it sustainable at around about the 147.47 level? This is the euro dollar.
Bronwyn, we will have to wait and see with the dollar. Hopefully we will see continuing rand weakness rather than seeing a dollar strength. So I must say that our market is so strong at the moment, and we see a too strong rand as well, and you know, every time we see a little bit of rand weakness, I feel a little bit more comfortable, and especially also in our market.
Do you concur with Deryck that this is a welcome breather on a market that has run very, very hard? Is there opportunity to nibble at some of those stocks that have come back?
I don't think necessarily there's the prices are close enough yet to where earnings are still, and forward earnings. I'd love to see it much lower than it is now, but it looks like the trend is in the right direction.
Very quickly, I want to touch on Anglo American. It's trading at 313 Rand 60. That's where it closed today. It was down almost 1.5%. Having just had their technical analysis, Mashima is saying there's a very bullish picture on the technical front with 460 Rand by June 2010, not unrealistic, and that concurs with sentiments from Ashraf Mohammed, Regiment's Capital, last night, who said that he's looking for 460 Rand by June 2010.
Bronwyn, at the moment, any technical analyst will tell you the trend is your friend. So I think the main sort of march upward bull trend comes in at around 290, 295 the last time I checked. And I wouldn't possibly concur as high as that as soon as possible, but I still remain bullish on the stock. And from a portfolio management point of view, I'm very bullish on commodities looking forward, and I think Anglo American is a well-diversified company, and it's a nice place to play. Possibly see a little bit more weakness towards that 290 level, and that's where I would look to be nibbling and adding to my portfolio.
Hein, do you think we could see Anglo American coming back to 290 before it heads up back to that 460 level?
I definitely hope so, Bronwyn. I think that the market has been too strong. It has been driven by the big companies like Anglo American, and I think it is a little bit dangerous to say that you are seeing a share up that high within 6 months' time. I would prefer to buy at lower levels. I wouldn't like to buy here, but one should have that company already in your portfolio, because you should have picked up at the low levels that we've seen earlier this year.
Well, gentlemen, there's not much news on the desk, but one story is that South Africa's second largest IT company, Datatec, is buying privately owned networking company Netstar for some $19.8 million, and that's in stock. It's expanding its Asian presence. CEO James Montanana says that it will give the company a foothold into Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, and a toehold into mainland China. And Datatec says that they're doing the deal because market conditions are getting better and that more acquisitions are on the cards for 2010. Datatec, do you look at the IT side of things? Obviously, we've got Dimension Data and Datatec are the bigger IT stocks in South Africa, Deryck.
It's not an area of the market that I tend to focus on, but I think you're seeing a natural trend at the moment where a lot of the domestic companies are looking for room to expand. And whether it be from an African perspective or sort of moving to the east, I think there's a lot of opportunity at the moment. And I think GDP is going to continue to grow through from that side of the world, and possibly a shift from the American side across to the eastern side. And I think if companies have got that foresight in their mind, they need to look to expand towards that Singapore side and obviously into that eastern side of the world.
Well, this is a good sign, Hein. In your opinion, a CEO like James Montanana is saying that they are looking for further acquisitions into 2010 because they see this recovery coming to fruition.
Yes, I definitely think it is good for South African companies to expand, to diversify internationally, and especially with a strong rand on our company side, it is a good thing to do that. James Montanana also said that they are looking at the diversification and also the higher earnings that they can see coming from that part of the world. And I think that if we look at the globe, most probably that is from that area where we're going to see the new growth in the future coming.
And in other news flow out today, Africa's largest hospital group, that is Netcare, plans an initial public offering on the London Stock Exchange for its general healthcare group. And Netcare's partners want to exit their shareholding in GHG through the London bourse. The company will maintain its majority stake in GHG, and that's after the listing. Netcare, you'll remember, acquired a majority stake in General Healthcare Group in May 2006. That was with other partners. Currently trading at R12.97. It was up almost 4% on this news. Positive in your opinion, Deryck?
I think it is very positive, and I'm very positive on the company as a whole. I believe in the fundamentals there, and I think we spoke about it must have been about a month to 6 weeks ago, and it's really performed really well from that 11 Rand to the last price you quoted here.
Around about 13 Rand.
13 Rand. There was some positive movement on the share price today on that. I think a lot of it may have been a bit of derivative action, and a lot of people possibly caught on the short side trying to cover their position there. So it did overreact above 8% at one stage and then come back towards that 13 Rand level. But I think it's a positive story.
Do you believe this is a positive story, Hein? Would you be putting money into Netcare at these levels, around about 13 Rand?
I think the 4% jump was a little bit overdone, as Deryck said. I think one should wait for it to come back a little bit and to settle before you buy, but I think it's definitely a nibbling chance.